Bangor. From the Great North Woods to the Rockbound Coast and streaming live in HD worldwide at foxbangor.com. More people choose Good Morning Maine.
Today on Good Morning Maine, state lawmakers take action to stop false reports that have caused the evacuation of Maine schools.
Plus, the town of Skowhegan is appealing to the state to help repair some badly damaged roads.
And it was a somber event to remember the many Maine residents who've lost their lives to opiate addiction. Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Emma Smith.
And I'm Craig Colson. Thank you for joining us this morning. We'll have those stories and much more coming up. But first, we're going to start with a check of the forecast. And it looks like, yes, we have a little more snow in the forecast for today, right into tomorrow morning.
I know our extended forecast looks like snow, and more snow.
Yeah, winter doesn't want to give up yet.
I know, not quite yet. But Devin Biggs has all the details.
And thank you very much, Craig and Emma. Happy Tuesday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Crosby Sports Shop with a large supply of ammo in stock, custom Damascus knives, fishing supplies of all kinds, concealed weapons classes, and a full line of Dragonfly UV tackle, plus the latest in ultraviolet tackle. Call today. Alrighty, here we are this morning. A small craft advisory is up through Wednesday morning, or Wednesday afternoon, I should say, at about 7 p.m. along the coast. So until 7 p.m., I'll emphasize again, as we'll be watching for some wave heights that will still be rather high from time to time, as we're watching kind of an area of low pressure, a wide circulation that's pretty much off to our north and east. It's going to bring a little bit more snow to our neck of the woods as well. We'll be watching for snow showers on and off today. It might accumulate in a few spots, but for the most part, nothing to get too worried about. Here's a big picture. Look at the circulations here. We have one right about in here, and the general flow is from east to west. So we'll be watching for more energy that will be moving in as you do move forward. As for the winds, not too bad out of the north in general at about 10, maybe up to 20 miles per hour from time to time, although the winds will really pick up tomorrow. That is why that small craft advisory is posted. Hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period. Clouds with a few snow showers possible. Temperatures in the 30s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Emma.
Thank you, Devin. Following last November's swatting incident that impacted 10 Maine schools, legislators are coming together with bipartisan support to update Maine's existing false reporting regulations. Our AJ Douglas reports.
I am scared for my friends and for my family because I don't want any more of this.
On November 15th, 2022, numerous schools across Maine received threats of an alleged active shooter. Law enforcement later determined all threats to be a hoax. Now legislators are endorsing LD 405, an act to prevent false reporting leading to evacuation, shutdown, or lockdown.
This is how we can really protect our students and educators and parents from the trauma that everyone experienced that day.
Maine's existing false report of a crime laws define false reports as when an individual knowingly gives false information to law enforcement or first responders concerning an emergency capable of endangering people's safety, knowing such information is false. The new law aims to include false public alarms that enhance 911 evacuations based on swatting calls.
Our current false report law is outdated and actually wouldn't cover the swatting incident. The existing law just didn't fit with the way operations happen these days.
During Monday's public hearing with the Criminal Justice and Public Safety Committee, a member of the American Civil Liberties Union spoke out on behalf of the organization in opposition.
The ACLU appreciates that an evacuation or lockdown in a school or a college dorm can be traumatic and an inefficient use of emergency services. But expanding our criminal code is an ineffective and unnecessary way to prevent or address those harms.
The Criminal Justice and Public Safety Committee will continue to review LD 405 following Monday's public hearing. In Augusta, AJ Douglas, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
And under that proposed law, they would increase the penalties of a fine of up to $5,000 and a jail sentence of up to 5 years. Well, moving on now, a Massachusetts man is dead following a multi-snowmobile crash in Aroostook County over the weekend. The Maine Warden Service says the crash happened Saturday afternoon, shortly after 2 p.m., and involved three snowmobiles in all. They say 57-year-old Daryl Sittler of Chelmsford, Massachusetts, was traveling north on snowmobile trail ITS 85 in Oxbow, and he was followed by his wife, who was driving on her own snowmobile. 3 other snowmobilers were traveling south towards Sittler. Sittler and two other snowmobilers collided near the crest of a rise in the trail. He passed away at the scene, and one of the other riders was treated for a hand injury at a local hospital and released. The Maine Warden Service says they will continue to investigate that deadly crash.
A school bus crash in Berwick sends 2 people, including a student, to the hospital. Police were called to School Street around 7 yesterday morning near the Beaver Dam campground, which officers shut down for a period of time. The collision involved an MSAD 60 school bus and an SUV, but investigators are still trying to figure out what led up to it. The driver of the SUV went to the hospital with minor injuries, as well as a student who said she hit her head on the window while in her seat. The rest of the students were taken to school.
The school district sent a second bus to pick them up, and they were brought to school after they were checked out by the school nurse.
Police are asking witnesses to give them a call.
Yesterday was Black Balloon Day. It's a somber day that remembers those who lost their lives to opioid addiction. Members of Peer-to-Peer Recovery Center marked the occasion in a unique way. Our Matthew Jarancic explains.
Someone brought the day to my attention, and it was like 5 o'clock in the morning, and I just thought, okay, we've got to do something. And I just thought, okay, I'm going to walk from Millinocket to Medway.
Alongside Peer-to-Peer's executive director Ginger Collins, the two commemorated Black Balloon Day with a 9-mile walk carrying black balloons.
Today is Black Balloon Day, and that is to bring awareness to the opioid epidemic and overdose deaths.
Black balloons were strung along downtown Millinocket in the teens' path to remember those whose lives were lost due to the opioid epidemic. According to a recent report from the Attorney General's office, there were a total of 10,110 total overdoses in the state of Maine from January to December 2022. Collins says this walk is a great way to reinforce this ongoing crisis at hand.
I thought it was a super idea. It's out of the box. It's what needs to be done to get recovery out of the box. You got to think out of the box and do things that will attract.
The Black Balloon Day Walk started at the Veterans Memorial Park in Millinocket and ended at the Peer-to-Peer Recovery Center in Medway. Ginger and Alice say the community makes these 9 miles worth every single step.
The response has been great. We've gone in, we've talked to people, we've introduced ourselves, we've given them brochures and our meeting schedules, and so they've been really open to talking to us this morning.
Members of the community honked their horns and waved as the duo endured the tough conditions and pressed on. The wave of support the two received is why Collins says she is thankful for the work she does.
It gives us a great enthusiasm to go back and to continue doing the hard work. But the reward is to see a person go from the throes of addiction to recovery, and there's nothing more beautiful than that, and that sustains us.
In Millinocket, Matthew Jarancic reporting for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Penquis is being awarded funding to help the survivors of human trafficking with access to housing. The grant for more than $615,000 comes from the U.S. Department of Justice. A statement says the grant will enable survivors to obtain stable housing and have access to resources that support safety, self-sufficiency, autonomy, and well-being. The services will be offered in Penobscot and Piscataquis counties. More than 150 survivors of human trafficking and 200 of their family members were served in the Greater Bangor region in 2021.
The legislature's Taxation Committee has approved a measure that would create a sales tax exemption for children's diapers. The bill, sponsored by Kelly Noonan Murphy of Scarborough, was amended to include children's diapers accessories like pins and covers. 22 states do not tax diapers. Maine is currently the only New England state that does. If the bill becomes law, diapers would be not subjected to sales tax starting next year. It would move to the full legislature for consideration in the coming weeks. All right. Well, I'm up on the camera now. I think this is supposed to be you or a two-shot, so we'll just say, there we go. I'm like, what do I do? I know, where am I?
Okay, well, the time is now 8:09. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, hospice workers are there to help families during the most difficult times of their lives. We'll take a look at some of the misconceptions about end-of-life care.
But first, another check of our forecast. We could see a little snow today. The highs will be up near 34 degrees. Snow showers continuing tonight, the lows dropping down into the upper 20s. Tomorrow, we'll start off with a little wintry mix of snow. and things should be quite warm as the day rolls along. The high tomorrow around 42.
Buying a home is a big family experience. It is our dream home. Credit union is more like a partner, whether it's your home or whether it's in business. You get mommy? They're local, they're small, they want to take care of their customers just as much as they can. Pretty good feeling to have your local credit union backing you up.
If you're eligible for Medicare and Medicaid, a Medicare Advantage plan from Anthem Maine Health can come with all the benefits you want and zero compromises. Just go to anthemainehealth.com/answers or call 855-753-3928 for a one-on-one Medicare plan review. Ask about our $0 monthly premium plans that include dental, vision, and hearing coverage, along with transportation, a free gym membership, and $0 copay for prescriptions, all for zero extra cost. Plus, you could be eligible for extra benefits to help you save even more. We have plans with up to $2,500 a year to help you pay for over-the-counter health items, groceries, and living expenses like cell phone, electric, or water bills, all on a single prepaid MasterCard you can use at thousands of locations nationwide. Call Anthem Maine Health at 855-753-3928 or visit anthemmainehealth.com/answers and get a Medicare Advantage plan with zero compromises for you and your wallet.
As a child, you just couldn't keep me out of the puddles. That's where the acorn essentially was planted. As we got started, we had nothing in the bank. We were cash poor. That was just a one-man show. The support of my credit union, starting the business, the banking advice, when you can call them and they're there for you, that's tremendous. It's been a great asset for me and for my company's growth. It's really an exciting time, and my credit union made that possible.
Life on the farm. I don't meet girls.
I have dated a lot of guys in the city. It hasn't worked out for me.
I want the fairy tale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just haven't met you yet.
I love everything about him.
They're getting your shoes all dirty, darling. To open myself up and share my life with someone, it would mean a lot.
Farmer Wants a Wife premieres Wednesday on Fox.
Welcome back to Good Morning Maine. Hospice care can help people live their final days, weeks, or months to the fullest. Our Peter Dubois spoke with a widower and a hospice caregiver whose real-life experiences shed some light on the common misconceptions about end-of-life care.
We literally had just had our 30th anniversary, and it was a couple of days before, and she woke up in the night and we thought maybe it was appendicitis.
Steve Hansen's wife, Diane, was diagnosed with ovarian cancer in 2015. The cancer spread multiple times over the next several years, prompting her to make the hard decision to end treatment.
She eventually got tired of being, sick from chemo, sick from medicines.
The Hansens spent the next year traveling and making memories together. But as Diane's health continued to decline, hospice care became part of the conversation.
There was a real negative connotation in her mind of having hospice, but in fact the opposite was true. She didn't want to call hospice because she was under the impression that with hospice, once they came, that was it, you were dying.
Tricia Kluge, a Northern Light home care and hospice social worker, helped correct that misconception.
A lot of people feel like when hospice comes in, that means I'm going to die quicker. And the studies show people that have hospice with the same disease actually live longer because they're living better.
It was more her because she kind of felt, I think, like that she was giving up once we called hospice. But the truth of it was, I think they actually bought us more time. But with hospice, we had an advocate that could actually call a doctor right away and say, I'm here, this is what I'm seeing, this is what the patient's dealing with. And that got handled. It didn't become a days-long process. It became a today or tomorrow process.
Kluge says hospice care is multifaceted, taking into account all aspects of a patient's health.
Hospice is more than just physical care. It's emotional care, it's compassionate care, it's spiritual care, it's looking at you holistically.
She says although dying is incredibly difficult to talk about, it's never too early to have that conversation.
And so hospice isn't about giving up, it's about taking your life back, because now your days are your own to spend doing what you want to do. Going out for a ride, getting ice cream with your grandchildren, going to see a play, going on a vacation.
The one thing I would say to anybody, and I've said to people, is don't wait until you're like literally in the worst of it. You can get them in there, and it could be easier, and for everybody.
Dubois reporting. Now, Kluge says almost every insurance covers 100% of the care of hospice care, the cost of hospice care. If you or someone you know is considering starting that conversation, you can find more information and resources at northernlighthealth.org.
Mainers that just returned from a work and witness trip to Guatemala say they're still living in the afterglow of all they experienced. A total of 16 volunteers from the Bangor Church of the Nazarene and other churches in the state teamed up to bring school supplies and dental hygiene products to the Nazarene Church in Guatemala. While they were there, the team also helped build a second story and roof on one of the churches. The volunteers shared their week-long experience and all the miracles they witnessed while in Central America with those that attended the church service at Bangor Nazarene this past Sunday.
It's important for us to share the love of Christ, the love of God, with those that we serve. And the best way to do that is to meet the needs of others.
Chris Kelly says you do not have to be a member of the church to volunteer for one of these trips. Very cool. They're opening it up to all sorts of people.
I've always wanted to do something like that, go to a third world country and volunteer and stuff. Is pretty neat, and it looks like they have a very rewarding experience too.
There's always a need for it. That's awesome. They're inviting people. The time is now 8:16. I'm off. It's opposite day here. After the break, we'll check out a dog rescue shelter in Quebec that is owned and operated by a one-woman team.
That and more as Good Morning Maine continues.
Hello, Maine. This is Steve McKay. It's a wintry mix out there, but pockets of orange are standing out against the white blanket of snow throughout the state. Next Home Experience is listing and selling homes just like yours. Get looped and get sold with Next Home Experience.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of their locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Bath remodeling was revolutionized in this garage in 1984 when three brothers created the iconic bath fitter tub-over-tub process. A breakthrough then, the industry standard now for beautiful baths without the mess, stress, or high cost. A better way from Bath Fitter means precise measurement, the highest quality acrylic, perfect preparation, and watertight installation backed by a lifetime warranty. Bath Fitter, it just fits. Visit bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Let's face it, getting training and experience is hard, but at Loring Job Corps, we can help. From certifications in automotive technology, obtaining your CDL, or learning building trades, we have you covered. Maybe you prefer joining the high-tech world of computer networking or cybersecurity. We have that as well. Don't delay, get in the driver's seat to your future today. And the best part, Loring Job Corps is free. Receive free training, free meals, and even free housing. Call or go to jobcorps.gov/Loring. Job Corps careers begin here.
Looking for your dream home? Contact a Next Homie today and see what's available right now. Sellers, get ready to get looped and get sold. With Next Home Experience, we have your buyers.
A woman in Quebec is saving lives. Jenny Cope operates Give a Dog a Home Rescue, a nonprofit that strives to do exactly that. As Jody Hersey tells us, it's a one-woman operation that could use some volunteers to ensure more dogs get a second lease on life.
We save dogs from the kill shelters in the south. We also save them from the meat trade. We've saved dogs and cats from Afghanistan, from the war zone before that closed down. And we've saved dogs from, we've just got 12 in from the Bahamas.
Jenny Cope is passionate about dogs. After serving in the British Army, she moved to the States and adopted 2 German Shepherds. Then in 2015, she bought a home in Quebec for herself and her nonprofit, Give a Dog a Home Rescue.
The adoptions throughout the United States has plummeted big time. They're back to killing a lot of dogs and cats in the South because people are not adopting.
Cope currently has 18 dogs at her rescue, and she's expecting another dozen or more at the end of the month.
We have a doggy day out program, Let's Go for a Walk it's called, where people can come and basically sign a dog out, and you take it out for a drive, take it for a walk, pajama party, an overnight, weekend.
She's not looking to convince people who can't afford a pet to adopt, but rather come by and help socialize the animals.
It's a two-way thing. Humans can give the rescue dogs that love and attention, a bit of training, the socialization to help them. And obviously the dogs can give back with their kisses and the cuddles.
Last year, Cope opened a pet pantry at Give a Dog a Home Rescue to help those in her community, including first responders.
Currently serving police, fire, ambulance can sign up and get free dog and cat food.
The work can often feel overwhelming, but Cope says at the end of the day, it's all worth it.
How do you stop? You know, because they need you. The good feeling and the good that you do outweighs the difficult times.
In Quebec, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
You love that story, don't you?
Those dogs are so happy. They're so happy.
Doing the important work there.
Yeah.
Hopefully she gets some help, too.
Yeah, she's working hard. I hope she gets help. Well, the time now is 8:21.
Let's get a full look at our weather forecast with Devin.
Alrighty, Craig and Emma, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Crosby Sports Shop with a large supply of ammo in stock, custom Damascus knives, fishing supplies of all kinds, concealed weapons classes, and a full line of Dragonfly UV tackle, plus the latest in ultraviolet tackle. Call today. Alrighty, here we are. So winds, it was windy yesterday. Look at some of these wind gusts we had, getting up to 60 miles per hour at times in a few spots like Bangor and Plymouth. In other spots, though, not too far away at 56 miles per hour, and Princeton at 38 miles per hour. So it was rather windy across the region yesterday, and now obviously the winds are starting to calm down, as we only have a small craft advisory that's posted until 7 p.m. on Wednesday. Tomorrow the winds will pick up again, and they'll have to get the surf active yet again. But for now, wave heights are starting to calm down for now at around 1 to 8 feet, kind of a sharp range, right, according to some of the buoys out towards sea. And of course, we can see some of the green farther out towards sea in some other areas as well, indicating some higher surf that's being noted. For now, we're watching more snow moving in from the north going toward the south. It's been developing over the last few hours, so we'll be watching this movement for the north going toward the south. And we'll keep that going for the daytime period today. We'll give you the bigger picture to see why this is happening. Kind of a general flow. We have a lot of this general pattern here going from the east, going toward the west. There's an area of low pressure right about in here. And we'll be watching for more energy moving in later on today and maybe a little bit into tonight as well. So there's that area of low pressure right about in an area of more snow that'll be sneaking by. There's a warm front not too far away either, with a low pressure center further down to the south as well. Again, more snow showers possible for us today and in parts of tonight before it starts to back off for a while for the daytime tomorrow. So futurecast for today, there's those snow showers right there. By tonight, that will start to back off briefly, with more snow showers overnight, maybe in the early Wednesday morning, and then we'll start to calm things down. Futurecast tries to show a few flurries. I do think we'll stay dry for the afternoon period under a mostly cloudy sky in general. Then by Thursday, we may have to watch for more precipitation that will begin to move in. No major accumulations. Anything that falls will be in the northern ends of the state. Maybe you're lucky to see maybe an inch or two, but that'll be rather isolated. If you do experience south at other spots, won't experience much of anything at all. And then afterward, though, things will start to calm down, because by Wednesday, anything that accumulates will not be sharp at all. But mid-30s today, a few snow showers with that north wind getting up to about 20 miles per hour. By tonight, 28 degrees, snow showers on the way again. North wind getting up to about 25 miles per hour. Tomorrow, lower 40s, morning snow showers, then mostly cloudy. North wind gusting up to around 30 miles per hour. Alrighty, Crosby Sports Shop extended forecast. More rain and snow showers possible by Thursday with highs in the upper 30s. Again, lower 40s Friday with a mostly sunny sky. Mostly cloudy on Saturday, highs in the upper 30s.
People today, they could spend half their lives over 50, but it's gonna take some planning.
What can you do for me?
Make sure your money lives as long as you do. The younger you are, the more you need AARP. Join today.
Here at Black Fly Coffee Company, quality will never be compromised. No matter what type of coffee you choose, whether it's hot, iced, or frozen, you can feel confident that our products are the highest caliber. We're here to assist you with your morning cup of joe, along with your mid-afternoon pick-me-up. And while here, grab a pastry for a snack. We always have fresh pastries available from a local business right here in the area. We look forward to meeting you soon.
It's not the hats. It's not the spurs. It's not where you grew, what you chew, what you ride, what you drive. It's not how you look. It's how you live. Some say cowboys are a dying breed. We say we've never been more alive. Be badder, be bolder, be braver, be cowboy.
Are you considering buying a new home? A home inspection is a major step in the home buying process. Knowing the current condition of your future home is very important. From simple DIY repairs to major issues that could cost thousands down the road. Not only can TJ inspect your property, but he is also a licensed contractor. Give him a call today at 210-5000 for a free inspection quote.
Pictionary.
Teddy bear. Teddy bear. Clock. Alarm clock. Alarm clock is correct.
5 days a week.
Woo! Pictionary, baby! Can we switch Jerry to decaf, please?
Weekdays at 10 on Fox 22.
Federal authorities are investigating a growing number of air travel incidents. In just the past 2 days, there was a bird strike and an attack on a flight crew. In that case, a man was aboard a United Airlines flight from Los Angeles to Boston when he allegedly tried to open an emergency exit door while in flight. He also broke into a bathroom to stab a flight attendant with a jagged metal spoon before he was wrestled to the ground by passengers. Also on Monday, a close call as 2 United jets clipped wings as they pushed back from the gate. And over the weekend, a bird strike on a plane from Cuba to the U.S. caused that plane to make an emergency landing. Authorities are now investigating all 3 incidents.
An urgent search is underway for a group of Americans kidnapped across the border in Mexico. They were in a minivan with North Carolina plates, apparently traveling for cosmetic surgery in a region controlled by a powerful drug cartel. Here's ABC's Andrew Dimbert.
This morning, a $50,000 reward is being offered in the search for 4 Americans violently kidnapped in Mexico. Video appears to show a group of heavily armed men taking the victims at gunpoint after the victims crossed into the Mexican state of Matamoros. The FBI is investigating the video, which ABC News was not able to verify overnight.
These sorts of attacks are unacceptable. We will continue to coordinate with Mexico and push them to bring those responsible to justice.
The State Department is working with Mexico's government to find the Americans identified as Latavia Tay McGee, Shaid Woodard, Zindell Brown, and Eric Williams.
When I found out he was en route in Mississippi.
Brown's family says they spoke to him the day before he was kidnapped.
I felt a little uneasy. Like I said, Friday morning, I texted and I didn't get anything.
McGee's mother says her daughter traveled from South Carolina to Mexico to get a Brazilian butt lift. The Biden administration is advising Americans not to travel to that part of Mexico due to the risk of crime and kidnapping, putting the region and others on the level 4 do not travel list, the same travel warning issued for Syria and Iraq.
We encourage Americans to heed that advice.
And with spring break season upon us, the level 4 travel warning also includes the resort city of Acapulco. Experts say if you are visiting the area, vary your route when driving from point A to point B. Stay close to wherever you're visiting. And to avoid making yourself a target, leave your flashy jewelry at home. The FBI is asking for the public's help in identifying the armed men in that video.
Well, meanwhile, nearly 24 people are facing domestic terrorism charges after violent protests erupted in Atlanta. The protests took place at the site of a police training center under construction that some are calling a cop city. Officials say outside agitators breached the construction site after splintering away from a peaceful protest. Police say it was a coordinated attack with protesters throwing rocks, fireworks, Molotov cocktails, and also setting equipment on fire. Environmentalists have been occupying the site to save some nearby woods, but they're also arguing that the training facility would be militarized police. Most of those arrested came from out of state to join that protest.
Need a new home that's a perfect match for you and your pet? Fox Business Network's Connell McShane has a look at this story and more in tonight's this morning's Fox Means Business Report.
Drivers seeing red to start the work week. That's because gas prices are creeping back up. The national average for regular unleaded up slightly over the weekend. A gallon now at $3.40. That is around 4 cents higher in the past week. Meantime, U.S. factory orders hitting some turbulence. New orders for manufactured goods falling in January. While the drop was slightly less than expected, it almost reverses December's gains. A plunge in airplane demand. A big reason why. To Wall Street, mixed Monday for your money. The Dow and the S&P 500 up slightly. The NASDAQ dropping a bit. And if you're a pet owner looking to move, look no further than Austin, Texas. Zillow ranking it as the top pet-friendly city for renters, with more than 4 out of every 5 listings allowing pets. Lone Star State claiming the top 3 spots on this list, with Dallas and Fort Worth following Austin. And that's business. I'm Connell McShane.
Still to come here on the second half of our show, the governor hosted a maple tree tap in Augusta yesterday to promote Maine's growing maple economy.
Plus, we'll hear about a favorite local ice cream shop and grill that is now open for the season. Those stories and more as Good Morning Maine continues.
If you're a recent or soon-to-be college grad and not exactly sure what your new qualification will bring you, just look to the clever few. They know that Toyota could reward their hard work with an impressive $500 rebate on any new Toyota. That's right, recent and soon-to-be college grads could get a $500 rebate over and above already great Toyota financing offers. So see your New England Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places.
Family owned and operating in the Bangor area for more than 10 years. Crosby's Welding is here to help you. We specialize in steel, stainless steel, and aluminum welding and fabrication. We serve many of the local industries from Maine lobstermen to the commercial trucking industry and everything in between. Fully mobile on-site construction services right down to custom signs and fire pits. Fast, friendly, reliable service. Give us a call today for a free estimate, 974-7815.
You're watching Fox 22, Bangor.
Welcome back. Today is Tuesday, March 7th, 2023. It is also National Cereal Day. Whether it's something on the healthy side or coated with sugar, most everyone has their favorite type of breakfast cereals. The flavors are almost limitless and can help add a little snap, crackle, and pop into your morning.
I love Rice Krispies.
Yeah.
And it's also National Flapjack Day, and we didn't put that one on because it was National Pancake Day.
Yeah, like a week or two ago.
Right,
so.
And we didn't know the difference, but we were informed by our interviewees that it's just a Southern thing. I was like, is this like pop versus soda? Is it one of those things? And I guess kind of.
Just call them different things.
Right,
so.
Yeah. But it's breakfast foods day. I love that.
I love a good breakfast any time of day, really.
Me too.
For breakfast food.
Me too. All right, history time now. In 1965, a march by civil rights demonstrators was violently broken up in Selma, Alabama, in what came to be known as Bloody Sunday. In 1897, years before now, Dr. John Kellogg served the world's first cornflakes to provide a nutrient-rich diet at a hospital in Michigan, and that's always a good Google. I think I brought this up before. There's a strange history around Kellogg's cereal. So an interesting Google, a bit lewd, so just warning you there, but fun facts. All right, in 1926, the first successful transatlantic telephone conversation took place between New York and London. And in 1985, We Are the World, a song recorded by a number of high-profile music stars, was released. It would go on to help raise $63 million in famine relief for Africa. And I know I brought this up in the first hour, but the recording of Bob Dylan kind of weekly following along always cracks me up.
Yeah, you put him with like Cyndi Lauper and all the rest of them there.
Right,
it just kind of a strange mix, but it was what a neat event that was.
Right.
Though.
Yeah.
Today's birthdays include actor Bryan Cranston, who is 66, actress Jenna Fisher from The Office is 48, singer Taylor Dane is 60, and comedian Wanda Sykes is 58 years old.
A lot of talent today.
Yeah,
Happy
sure
birthday to them. Hey, it looks like more snow in the forecast.
Broken record time.
I know. You can't talk about snow enough these days. It's been a week of that. And when I went down to southern Maine, too, I cracked myself up because everywhere I went, You hear about the big storm?
Of course, that's
yes.
what we talk about.
Right.
You know, is the weather.
Right,
So.
and people are like, yeah.
Yeah, spring is on the way. You know, the good thing is like when even after the storm we had on Saturday and the sun came out on Sunday,
right.
It felt like spring.
Right.
You know, so it's starting to feel more and more like
the melt was more immediate.
Yeah, tomorrow it's going to be up in the 40s, so it won't be long now.
Potholes only getting worse.
Sure are.
Here's Devin Biggs with the forecast.
And thank you very much, Craig and Emma. Happy Tuesday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Crosby Sports Shop with a large supply of ammo in stock, custom Damascus knives, fishing supplies of all kinds, concealed weapons classes, and a full line of Dragonfly UV tackle, plus the latest in ultraviolet tackle. Call today. Alrighty, here we are this morning. A small craft advisory is up through Wednesday morning, or Wednesday afternoon, I should say, at about 7 p.m. along the coast. So until 7 p.m., I'll emphasize again, as we'll be watching for some wave heights that will still be rather high from time to time, as we're watching kind of an area of low pressure, a wide circulation that's pretty much off to our north and east. It's going to bring a little bit more snow to our neck of the woods as well. We'll be watching for snow showers on and off today. It might accumulate in a few spots, but for the most part, nothing to get too worried about. Here's a big picture. Look at the circulations here. We have one right about in here, and the general flow is from east to west. So we'll be watching for more energy that will be moving in as you do move forward. As for the winds, not too bad out of the north in general at about 10, maybe up to 20 miles per hour from time to time, although the winds will really pick up tomorrow. That is why that small craft advisory is posted. Hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period. Clouds with a few snow showers possible. Temperatures in the 30s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Emma?
Thank you, Devin. Hey, at least it's not that breeze anymore. That was kind of a nuisance yesterday.
Cut right through you.
Right, right. All right, in other news, in celebration of pure Maine maple, Governor Mills hosted a maple tree tap on the lawn of the Blaine House in Augusta. Ahead of Maine Maple Sunday, the governor partnered with the Maine Maple Producers Association's president, Lyle Merrifield. The event promotes the growing maple production industry here in Maine, ahead of the 40th annual Maine Maple Sunday on March 26th.
A large commodity for the agricultural, and it's just getting larger all the time. There's more producers coming on board, and Maine is getting more recognized as a maple producing state. Oh, if they haven't been out to Maple Sunday, they've been living under a rock. They need to get out and visit Maple Sunday and visit a farm.
Visit MaineMapleProducers.com to find maps of farms to visit for a full day of family fun. And of course, I think I brought this up in the first hour of our show, but we'll have John and Eileen Williams of Williams Family Farm on in a few weeks to discuss their part of Maine Maple Sunday, because they're hosting.
All right.
Yeah.
Back with sports right after this.
Sure, the driveway looks good now with the snow on it, but you know what will still be under there in the spring? The same cracks, crumbles, and potholes that were there before winter. Call Eaton Paving today. Let's make an appointment to fix those problems when the weather is ready. Eaton Paving and Excavation.
And remember, no line safe to touch, ever.
For years I've warned you that no power lines were safe to touch ever. But the politicians behind Pine Tree Power weren't listening. They want a government takeover of our power grid. And with a cost of $13.5 billion, we're going to be on the hook for that. It could mean higher taxes or cuts to critical services we use every day. Pine Tree Power is a risk Mainers can't afford, ever.
There's never been a better time to get away with a great deal on the Hyundai you've always wanted. With America's best warranty and up to 3 years complimentary maintenance. It's your journey. Own every mile at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Now's the time to get in and get away. Get 0% APR financing plus 0 payments for 90 days on select Hyundai vehicles.
3, 2, 1, go!
Max True Value Hardware in Unity is the best option year-round for all of your home improvement projects. Backed by one of the leading paint manufacturers in the United States, Max will color match or custom mix any color for you. We care about your pets too, carrying all of the essential pet products in our store. During those cold winters, we take the extra step to help with wood pellets ready to load on site. We also fill all size propane cylinders year-round. Max True Value Hardware. We take pride in serving our community Let us know how we can help you today.
Sure, the driveway looks good now with the snow on it, but you know what will still be under there in the spring? The same cracks, crumbles, and potholes that were there before winter. Call Eaton Paving today. Let's make an appointment to fix those problems when the weather is ready. Eaton Paving and Excavation.
Let me make this right.
You can tell me the truth.
Accused, tonight on Fox.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. A lot of action to get to. We have 4 state title games coming at you, but first, the news of the day. The MPA Classifications Committee met Monday morning and approved a reclassification proposal for next year's basketball season. The committee will hear appeals on March 16th, but they don't expect changes prior to this becoming official. Class AA will now be a statewide class with schools of enrollment of 825 and up. Class A will be schools with enrollment of 585 to 824. Hamden Academy moves back to Class A. Class B is 315 to 584. Class C starts at 130 and caps at 314. And Class D is enrollment of 129 and below. All of those but AA have regions. Madomic Valley and Oceanside are headed to the north. That is all for next season, but this season we have 4 classes yet to hand out gold balls. Let's start with Class D on Monday night at the Cross Center. The girls' Class D title game at the Cross Insurance Center in Bangor. Southern Aristic looking for their 4th in 5 years. Seacoast Christian, the challengers. Second quarter, Warriors up. Cammie Shields pokes it free on the steal, fires ahead to Madison Russell. She finishes off the break, 2 of her 19 points. And then it's Russell with it. She is going to send it down for Shields. These two link up again, and she does the same thing there. But the Guardians, they would fight early. Here is Ellie Leach with it. She's going to take it all by herself, getting to the hole for 2 with the left. But the Warriors, they were just too much here. Second half ball goes out to Russell. She sends the bounce pass into Allie Shields, banks it in for 2. Southern Aristic, they win their 2nd straight and 4th in 5 years. 68-30 is the final.
Coach told us before the game defense was going to win this game, and if we could create a lot of offense on our defense, we would be successful. And just working hard, doing all the little things. So.
All right, so make that 4 gold balls and 5, like we said, for the Warriors. They swept Class D last year in boys and girls, looking to do the same this year. So it is time for the boys here, the rematch of the 2022 Class D state title game. Southern Aristic looking for 2 in a row. Forest Hills out looking for revenge. First quarter, good start if you like scoring. Buddy Porter, nice move to the hole, banks it in for 2. Still in the first, the other way, Mason Desjardins on the catch and shoot for the Tigers. Money from the corner. Then here he is again, getting into the lane. He's going to kiss this one home off the glass. Friendly roll. It was close at first, but the Warriors would get rolling. Dylan Burpee in the lane. He's going to get the floater to fall. They were up 19 at the half, and it would keep going. Graham Siltz over to Burpee. His mid-range is money. He had 36 points. The Warriors win their 2nd title in a row. 83-56 is that final.
Just hard work, playing against us since we were kids, and it's just, we just work hard every day, get into practice, shooting, and just plays. We have that chemistry already, so we just play together and work hard, that's it.
Our hard work seems the key there. That'll get you far in life. Let's head down south now. Class AA gold ball games at the Cross Insurance Arena. We will start things off with the girls. Oxford Hills Vikings from the north. They are battling the southern champs. Those are the Gorham Rams. We're going to start just before the end of the first quarter. Gorham's Ellie Gay dropping a 3 at the buzzer. Rams by 5 after 1. It's the second quarter now. The Vikings would... Oh, there's the 3 at the buzzer. We were 1 play ahead of you guys. Let's go to the second quarter now. Vikings would explode. Sierra Carson slashing to the basket for 2, and she's going to get that one to go. And then for the Vikings now, it's Sierra launching a 3. Vikings would tie it at 14 on that bucket. To the third quarter we go. Tristan Derenberger, she gets hot from beyond the arc. That makes it an Oxford Hills 13-point lead. And then the next trip down, she is going to bury another triple. Tristan with 18 tonight. And the Vikings are sailing back to South Paris with the gold ball after pulling away for a 62-25 win. All right, let's go to the boys now. The boys AA state championship features defending champ South Portland and their crosstown rival Portland. Late in the first half we go. Portland's Jessie Camus for 3. That is good. The Bulldogs were down 4 at the half. Second quarter tied at 20. Third quarter tied at 20. Bulldogs would take the lead down low. It's Camus again for 2, but the Red Riots would erupt. Later in the quarter, South Portland's Jaden Kim, the basket and 1. Riots up 5 after 3. Fourth quarter, Ben Smith pull up He gets that one to go. Riots by 7 and pulling away. Another 3 for Smith right there. Gets the friendly roll on that one. And then from the corner, Jalen Jackson, the basket and the hard foul right there. Riots repeat as state champs. They knock off Portland 52-42. All right, staying on the gold ball subject, on Friday, the Brewer Witches took home their first ever gold ball in school history. And what an emotional moment it was for the entire group. We touched on a lot of the bases with the state finals preview last week. So here are the sights and sounds and reactions from the state finals victory.
High school, junior high, Pee Wee, have you ever made a game-winning basket?
I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I have. I think I got it at the right time. It felt like I was staring at the backboard for 20 seconds, and I thought I had to place it so perfectly. I didn't know what was going on. Armstrong's a hell of a player, man. I did not expect some of the moves that he was gonna pull out tonight. But once he missed that shot, I mean, we were just celebrating. We wanted this for so long.
When I saw the shot, it looked good, and I was like, there's no way that can go in, right? And as soon as he missed it, it just, all the emotions hit. And I instantly just lost my voice yelling, and it was just an unreal feeling that you cannot describe.
You know, if I wanted to draw it up and how special this is to be part of this with my son, it can't get any better. And I tell these kids, you know, we've been together for a long time, and I feel like these guys, all these kids are my family, and it's just a special moment for all of us.
You know, I love all these guys. You see me giving them hugs, and we're getting emotional at the end, so I mean, it just means the world to me. We've been playing with these guys since 3rd, 4th grade. I can remember my 1st grade team at YMCA, coached by one of our coaches, and there's a few of those guys on there, and that grown up with them forever. I absolutely love these guys. I told everyone I wasn't going to cry, and then I started sobbing. I was so excited. The emotions just were pouring. It was just so amazing.
Every time we got in the huddle, we're like, guys, we got this. We battled all year, and to do it with my brothers and win a game like that is just amazing.
And I mean, it just all paid off.
Really tough.
All right, what a story right there for them. Congratulations to Brewer. Really happy for all the guys over there. That's all the time we have for sports, though. We'll be right back after the break.
Here at Twin City Tire and Service, you will be working with industry professionals. We have ASE certified master technicians and certified tire and lube technicians. If we need your vehicle for a duration of time, we offer a complimentary shuttle service and can even offer a loaner vehicle. Being a client at Twin City Tire and Service means that we will treat you right. This includes a 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty on mechanical repairs. We also provide you with 1 year of complimentary roadside assistance. Come see us today at Twin City Tire and Service in Brewer.
Come bowl a few games here at Bangor Brewer Bowling Lanes. We're one of the only candlepin bowling alley centers in Maine, conveniently located in the heart of Brewer. You always have the opportunity to simply bowl for fun. However, you can also join a league. We have youth leagues, adult and senior leagues. Now don't forget, we also host birthday parties for under $100, and gift certificates are also available. Give us a call right away at 989-3798 to make reservations for your birthday party today. When Natural Living Center wants to know the local forecast, they log on to foxbangor.com. Natural Living Center offers natural groceries, organic produce, the largest selection of supplements in the area, gluten-free products, and more for your health.
On the next Last Man Standing.
So my college boy has his first test coming up in philosophy.
First big test. Are you ready for this? It's test-taking tips for dummies.
Kyle, do you ever use Roman numerals?
Oh, I try to stick to American-made numerals.
And Mike has the magic touch.
Ed doesn't make any tough car decisions until you throw your briefcase and we see how it lands.
That makes sense. It's silly and stupid. Last Man Standing.
This afternoon, starting at 4 on Fox 22.
Welcome back to Good Morning Maine. We're here with Mike and Alyssa Weatherby. They're here to promo the Leonard's Mills Winter Fun in the Snow Day this weekend. And Mike, you're the president of the board of directors, and Alyssa here is the owner of the company, Axe Women of Maine. Guys, thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. Can you tell us a little bit about this event coming up this weekend?
Yeah, over at the Maine Forest and Log Museum in Bradley, also known as Leonard's Mills. This is our first winter event in 10 years.
Ooh.
And it is from 10 to 2.
Cool.
We'd like to ask everybody to come on over.
Yeah.
A small admission fee, $5.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And we're going to have some very cool events. It is a winter event, so dress accordingly.
Right.
I would even wear the ice creepers or spikes or bring them along at least. But we're going to have our gasoline Lombard log hauler running.
Cool.
We're going to have Touch a Truck with the Bradley Fire Department. We're going to have Deemy Search and Rescue with a display. The Air National Guard will have hot chocolate available. The blacksmith shop will be open. Machinery Hall. So, yeah.
And you guys will be there doing
Yes.
chainsaw demos, right?
We will, yeah.
Cool. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Absolutely, yeah. So we're going to be running some hot saw demos. So hot saws are souped up modified chainsaws.
Cool.
So we'll do demos with those. We'll be doing some axe throwing. The museum is just filled with amazing antique chainsaws. So we're going to pull some of those out, get them out for display so everyone gets to enjoy them.
And you're a world champion at the long axe, right? Is that what it is?
She's the pro. If you want to learn from anybody, you want to learn from her. Can you tell us about those accomplishments a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. I've won a world championship in axe throwing, in PV log rolling, and in crosscut sawing.
Right. And we've had you on the show before, right? I think our old reporter Sierra has interviewed you, correct?
Sierra is actually part of our team now.
Cool.
Yeah, she travels with us. She's an amazing axe thrower.
No way.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. And she's out in Memphis now, so that's cool. You guys are connected. Wow. It sounds like you guys have a busy day set up for this weekend. That's very exciting.
We're looking forward to it. Looking forward to a lot of fun. Bring snowshoes if you want.
Right.
And
snowshoes are a good call because I know it also gets traffic other than this day because you're open, right? People can come visit even not on this day.
Every day of the year from sunup till sundown.
Awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the purpose is really just to educate people about Maine's past. And
exactly. The rich history of the logging industry, of forestry in the state of Maine. It predates when the Europeans came here, and we're pretty excited about bringing it all together and preserving that rich history and letting people learn about it. We've got a great 400-plus acre site, over 40 buildings, and we're looking forward to kicking off the first winter event in 10 years.
Yeah.
In 10 years. That's exciting.
Yeah.
Yep. I know I was a little bummed out. I was there for Living History Days this fall, and I was like, oh, I've got to wait until Alewife Day, excuse me, am I pronouncing it right, for another event, but this is perfect. It's a nice surprise.
Yeah.
So, yeah, folks will have to head on down. So I think that's all
I think
for
you
now.
ought to think about joining the team. I could see.
I've done the axe throwing. And, there's a place down in. Well, there's one right in Bangor. I haven't been there yet, but I've done it before. It's very cool.
I've seen you guys do your stuff, especially with those high-powered chainsaws.
Hot saws, yeah.
Cut right through wood like hot butter.
Yeah, like a second.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's exciting to see,
Yeah, you have
too.
to come out and run the saws with us.
Sounds good.
Sounds dangerous.
Thank you. Perfect for me. Right. Thank you for the invite. And guys, thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you so much.
For having
us. Of course. We'll send it over to Devin Biggs for our full weather forecast.
Alrighty, Craig and Emma, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Crosby Sports Shop with a large supply of ammo in stock, custom Damascus knives, fishing supplies of all kinds, concealed weapons classes, and a full line of Dragonfly UV tackle, plus the latest in ultraviolet tackle. Call today. Alrighty, here we are. So winds, it was windy yesterday. Look at some of these wind gusts we had, getting up to 60 miles per hour at times in a few spots like Bangor and Plymouth. In other spots, though, not too far away at 56 miles per hour, and Princeton at 38 miles per hour. So it was rather windy across the region yesterday, and now obviously the winds are starting to calm down as we only have a small craft advisory that's posted until 7 p.m. on Wednesday. Tomorrow the winds will pick up again, and they'll have to get the surf active yet again. But for now, wave heights are starting to calm down for now. hour at around 1 to 8 feet, kind of a sharp range, right, according to some of the buoys out towards sea. And, of course, we can see some of the green farther out towards sea in some other areas as well, indicating some higher surf that's being noted. For now, we're watching more snow moving in for the north going toward the south. It's been developing over the last few hours, so we'll be watching this movement for the north going toward the south. And we'll keep that going for the daytime period today. We'll give you the bigger picture to see why this is happening. Kind of a general flow. We have a lot of this general pattern here going from the east, going toward the west. There's an area of low pressure right about in here. And we'll be watching for more energy moving in later on today and maybe a little bit into tonight as well. So there's that area of low pressure right about in there. We have more snow that'll be sneaking by. There's a warm front not too far away either. With a low pressure center further down to the south as well. Again, more snow showers possible for us today and in parts of tonight before it starts to back off for a while for the daytime tomorrow. So Futurecast for today, there's those snow showers right there. By tonight, that will start to back off briefly. With more snow showers overnight, maybe in the early Wednesday morning, and then we'll start to calm things down. Futurecast tries to show a few flurries. I do think we'll stay dry for the afternoon period under a mostly cloudy sky in general. Then by Thursday, we may have to watch for more precipitation that will begin to move in. No major accumulations. Anything that falls will be in the northern ends of the state. Maybe you're lucky to see maybe an inch or two, but that'll be rather isolated. If you do experience south at other spots, won't experience much of anything at all. And then afterward, though, things will start to calm down because by Wednesday, anything that accumulates will not be sharp at all. But mid-30s today, a few snow showers with that north wind getting up to about 20 miles per hour. By tonight, 28 degrees, snow showers on the way again. North wind getting up to about 25 miles per hour. Tomorrow, lower 40s, morning snow showers and mostly cloudy. North wind gusting up to around 30 miles per hour. Alrighty, a Crosby Sports Shop extended forecast. More rain and snow showers possible by Thursday with highs in the upper 30s. Again, lower 40s Friday with a mostly sunny sky. Mostly cloudy on Saturday, highs in the upper 30s.
When you've experienced fire and smoke damage in your home, when pipes break and you have water everywhere, when you're concerned about your family's health because of mold, you need a friendly face to take care of it all. You need the friendly faces of Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration. We're just a click or call away. Whatever life throws at you, Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration is here for you. Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration. You keep the memories, we'll handle the rest.
Roto-Rooter has served the greater Bangor area and beyond for 35 years, offering plumbing, hydrojetting, snaking, descaling, video inspection, and grease interceptor cleaning services. For all your residential and commercial clogs, call Roto-Rooter today, 990-1234.
And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
Before and bath fitter. Before and bath fitter. If you have a before bath, now's the time to call Bath Fitter to get a beautiful after. With our unique tub-over-tub process, there's no mess or stress. Spend smart on a beautiful new bath done right, backed by a lifetime warranty. Join over 2 million happy customers who know it just fits. Bath Fitter. Visit bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
One good guess.
Cursed romance. Star-crossed lovers.
You better work! Deserves another.
Egyptian writing.
Hieroglyphics.
Wow! I felt like the person shouting wrong answers in the study group.
And another.
Opposite water? Sand.
25 words or less.
You did it again. You're going home with another $10,000.
Weekdays at 9 on Fox 22.
A company is offering sea lovers a chance that is really hard to resist. Life at Sea Cruises offers customers the chance to visit more than 100 countries over a 3-year course. The cruise ship has 400 cabins, which can house close to 1,100 passengers. For those planning on working during the trip, the ship also has 14 office spaces available, as well as a business center and meeting rooms. However, this extravagant trip costs around $30,000 a year. Luckily, the company offers payment plans for those interested.